If you have a abandonment wound or hurt from fear of abandonment, there's a good chance that you're also afraid to be alone. And of course, you're going to have this fear because when you are a baby, if you were to be left alone, you would literally die. And often we're not taking the time to digest that hurt and that fear from maybe crying too long in our crib when we were a child, or not getting the love and attention that we need. So there's this primal fear, this nervous system signal that tells you that you will literally die if you spend time alone. But what you don't know and what you're missing out on is that by facing that fear, you're going to discover what is on the other side of that when you are alone, when you face those deep, deep, deep wounds inside. If you're not spending time alone or facing that fear, you're going to be missing out on the freedom that comes from not being dictated by that fear. If you did not take a second to even feel inside of yourself that if you did not feel afraid to be alone, what might you experience inside? What might you do differently in your life? What would that look like? So one thing that you're missing out on by listening to that fear and not facing it is that freedom that comes with being alone, spending time alone, being by yourself. And the other thing is, on the other side of that, you may discover something about yourself so powerful and so beautiful. I know that when I faced my fears of being alone and being abandoned, I had panic attacks over and over and over again. When I finally had the tools and safety to be able to face them, I literally found on the other side the most beautiful bliss and joy and love. I could not stop laughing because here was this thing that I was so afraid of, and I stayed with it and I faced it. I faced the sensations in my body, and on the other side was freedom, was bliss, was love, was joy. So I encourage you to really create a life where you feel safe, where you can feel safe to face those parts of you inside. And please, if this is something that you're ready for, hire me. This is my medicine. This is my magic. And being so comfortable and confident to spend time with yourself is so sexy, and is what you are looking for in a relationship, is that level of freedom, that level of self-love. And this comes through facing these parts of yourself. So please hire me to support you. You do not have to do this alone. Send me a message and we can talk about what it's like to work with me one-on-one. Lots of love.